There's some good and bad news in the new Columbus County budget. Good news, the property tax rate is staying the same. Bad news, some county employees are going to lose their jobs. That $106 million budget approved by commissioners cuts 24 positions. WECT's Ariana Bertolotti looking into that budget plan tonight. Now, Ariana, some of the jobs being cut are vacant right now.
Yes, they are, John, and some of those cuts will be people retiring. Still, 8 people found out they no longer had jobs. County Manager Eddie Madden told me this budget is a tough one. At a public hearing held in early June, the 2025-2026 budget in Columbus County was passed. There's no change in the tax rate, but this comes at a price of 24 county employee positions.
We were faced with with 2 options. One was to raise taxes, and the other was to implement a reduction in force. And the Board of Commissioners chose to reduce our staffing by 24. It actually only affected 8 current employees. The other positions were frozen or not funded in the FY26 budget.
The budget passed at $106 million, $5 million less than fiscal year 2025, with the Board of Commissioners not interested in a tax increase to make up the revenue.
It's one of the toughest budgets I've ever had to work on.
A tough budget largely because the county is down $6 million in revenue from the prior year. But Madden says it's not all bad.
We've had to make some very difficult choices. We've also made some advancements over the past year, and I'm proud of that. One advancement being funding to emergency response, expanding the Quick Response Vehicle Program.
I'm not taking anything away from the volunteers. The volunteers are great, they're wonderful. But it's like having a doctor there that can administer drugs to you and get you under control and possibly save lives.
Madden says funding for that program is a shot in the arm for the county.
We're excited for the future, and it will take a few years where we have to adjust to the revenue that we're bringing in, but we're working toward a long-term goal of advancing the county.
The 2 quick response vehicles in service, which provide emergency care without having to transport someone to the hospital, has an annual cost of about $800,000. Now, John Madden says the program, which was started 2 years ago, will be reevaluated next year. He also hopes the job cuts that had to be made with this budget will be the last.
All right, Ariana, appreciate the update from Columbus County. Thanks.